You mentioned, oh, the list is too long really, but you mentioned accounting and auditors. Yes, there's been a problem with the EU accounts. There was a problem 2 commissions ago, and the European Parliament made sure that that commission resigned because of it. Since then there have been quite a few reforms. But the fact that the auditors have said, by the way, that the accounts are correct, but they had a problem with some of the underlying procedures, is quite normal in auditing terms. Yes, every year, the last 14 years, they have. The Department of Work and Pensions in Britain has not had its accounts signed off for an even longer period. And its budget is much bigger than the European Union, by the way. Nobody seems to think that's dramatic. But as soon as an EU auditor says this procedure needs tightening up, that payment was late, that should have been refunded earlier, that gets dramatised by the Eurosceptics into something as if it's something that's totally unacceptable. Well, of course you always fight to improve accounting, and if you do come across fraud, and the European Court of Auditors reports didn't mention for the last 3 years, haven't mentioned a single case of fraud, by the way. If you do find fraud, yes, you deal with it. That's why we threw out Edith Cresson, which was from the Commission, who was guilty of employing a friend as a personal assistant.
The European Court of Auditors, and just a few random quotes from the report. 11.4% of Italian surplus cows either didn't exist or weren't surplus cows, but the figure in Slovenia was nearly half. Phantom sheep and goats also appeared, 1 in 10 in Italy and 1 in 4 in Slovenia. Maltese aid was systematically calculated incorrectly. Olive oil grants are worth €2 billion, all cases tested found errors or overpayments, and also revealed 2 cases of suggested fraud. Page 100, footnote 34, the Commission seems to have swept 2 investigations under the carpet. Page 101, in 5 of the Commission's own audits, it didn't use audit procedures. And I could go on. I've got 2 closely typed pages of what is a summary of the European Court of Auditors report. The Committee of the Regions has failed to reclaim money from several members who have fiddled their claims. I'm sorry, if Richard Corbett says that's not fraud, well fine, let him. But if you have a look, I'll show you this afterwards if you want to see. It's fraud, I'm sorry.